everybody. And I have YouTube over here. Welcome, welcome. And YouTube, when you're jumping on, if you're watching the replay, just put replay in the comments as well. I love this. I love to see how many people actually come back and watch the replay. Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing? Watching from Alabama. So glad I found the Legacy Builders. I love hearing that, my friend. Absolutely love hearing that. So I'm hanging out with you guys in Dallas. Tomorrow I'll be back in Kansas for a few days. This has been one of my favorite things about having a digital business. That's the freedom. So if you guys are looking for a freedom-based business, you are definitely in the right place. And today I just want to break down with you what steps you need to take to make 5K. I think this is the most brilliant and easiest business plan I have ever seen, because you get to keep all the profits without you having to create something from scratch, without you having to worry about a product where you have to worry about shipping and customer service. I love digital. And when you have a digital business, it's global. Right? So you can sell to anyone. And because it's digital, you get to keep all the profits. So that's why if you want to make 5K, hello, my friend on YouTube. If you want to make 5K, you guys buy Christmas. And these are my number 1 and 2 selling products. I actually have 5, but this is my number 1 and my number 2. So with my number 1 Legacy Builders program, you only need 6 customers to make 5,400. On my bundle pack that unlocks 2 languages in the global world. So instead of just 1 English language, you also have Spanish and English. You don't need 4 customers, and that would be 5,600. How many of you think getting 4 customers or 6 customers in 4 weeks is doable? Put a yes or no in the comments. See, to me, I was like, that's it? There's 5 billion people on social media, and all you need is 4 or 6. And if that's all you focus on, you'll gain that. It will attract you. You always attract what you want and what you talk about. And I love the fact that if you learn how to do social media the right way, you can have that happen to you. So you guys ready? Put a yes in the comments if you're ready to learn today the right way to attract customers to you. And I'm actually going to do the 4 weeks. I'm going to break down the 4 weeks. And today my goal is to go a little bit deeper in those 4 weeks than I did with you yesterday. Okay. Now here's the part I love. You are going to be able to learn exactly how to get 4 customers or 6 customers in 4 weeks without you having to get on the phone with anybody, without you having to direct message anybody, without living in direct messages, without WhatsApp, without Telegram. You're going to do it all through what I call automations. This is your freedom machine. Now, let me explain to you why I call it the freedom machine, because it's freely out there working for you 24/7. And you guys, when I finally understood this, here, I want to pull it up. I'm a visual person. By the way, YouTube or TikTok, can you hear me okay? I'm using my mic, and I just want to make sure. Can you put a we can hear you or yes in the comments if you can hear me? I just want to make sure that you can hear me okay. If you can let me know in the comments, yes, good. Do I sound better than I normally do? Maybe that should be the question I should ask. Good, okay. So this is automations, okay? So can you see this, YouTube? So this is automations, right? This is what I have out there working for me 24/7. This page is why I'm a self-made millionaire. Because there's no way in 17 months I could have become a millionaire if I had to get on the phone with people, if I had to direct message people back and forth. You're trading time for dollars. So when you have an automated system, okay, this is it. And it's this page right here. Okay. And so what happens is they put their email in right here and they're immediately taken here. Now, here's what I love about this. That video answers literally 99% of the questions. So they also get this email in their email box, which literally answers 99% of the questions. So between these two, my potential customer gets 99% of their questions answered. And at any time, they can click on that button and go buy. And so the people that still have a question, they just email me and I can answer their question. Now, the ones that don't buy, they start going in my automations. This is the journey of the know, like, and trust. I just want people to know what I have, see if they're going to like it, and see if they can trust the solution you're looking for, the ones that say yes, buy. See, I have learned to build an email list. Email equals income. Because if you build an email list, you don't just depend on social media, right? I literally get people into my world. I'll tell you what, every successful multimillionaire in the digital space has done one thing, and that is build an email list. So that's my best piece of advice for you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build this email list, why you're building an income stream. Sound good? Put yes in the comments if that sounds good for you, okay? So screenshot this real quick. You're going to simplify things today, right? So screenshot this real quick. Okay. So what are we going to do the first week? Okay. So let's just act like today is week 1, like week 1, right? And here's the thing. I don't care if you've been in business for 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years. When you create a new strategic plan, it's day 1, my friend. Okay, so what would you think day 1 would be? Okay, this is attraction. You want to get visible. People can't buy from you if they don't know about you. Hey, good afternoon, my friend. They can't buy from you if they don't know about you. So you need to get discovered. The best way to get discovered is go where people are. Where are people? They hang out on their phones, right? No matter the age, people are on their phones. So if you learn to create content that gets awareness to your business, you win. Now, the quickest way to create content now, and this is where people are literally going from, I'm a consumer, I'm going to have my own online business, and I'm going to post. And you post and pray. How about posting and become a profitable creator? Who's ready to be a profitable creator? So the first thing you need to do before we go in this, and this is who you are, okay? Who you are, who you help, okay? And what do you want to be known for? Okay? Okay? Here's why this is important. Now, when I first launched into the digital space, I'm going to give you guys an example. When I first launched into the digital space, I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I had a lot of stinking thinking, right? Because I hadn't had success in network marketing. So how can I have success here? I mean, I was having a hard time selling a $12 product. How am I going to sell a $1,400, right? I had stinking thinking. How many of you have had stinking thinking before, right? Well, then if that's you, then hey, I get you. I see you, right? So this is what I said. Who am I? I'm a mom. Who do you help? I help other moms. What I want to be known for, I want to be known for this mom that creates content on social media and helps other moms never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again, because she's able to follow a proven blueprint that literally shows her how to make $300 every time she gets a customer. And if I can help those moms get 1 customer a week, that's $300 a week. She would never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. So here's why that's important. Because I know who I'm helping. So then it becomes easy to create content. Some of you are trying to post, but you don't know, you don't have a bold delivery out there because you don't even know what you stand for or who you want to help. Hey, thanks for following me, my friend. Just call me your hope dealer. I truly hope today you see a different perspective. I do, because these skills I'm sharing with you, anybody can do. So for example, let's say you sell weight loss. Who are you? I'm a mom who you help. I help other moms lose weight. Okay. I help other moms go from having no self-confidence and no belief in themselves to feeling sexy and being able to pull that red dress out of her closet again. Then you know who your content's geared for. No matter what you're selling, you should have that, right? So when I first launched my business and it was like, I'm going to help moms never take a calculator to the grocery store again, and I started doing it, then I was like, I'm going to be known as a community builder and growing a community to 1,000 people in the digital space so I can help people make 4, 5, and 6 figures. Okay. And then guess what? When I did that and I had, almost 100 6-figure earners, I'm like, I'm going to be known for the millionaire maker, helping everyday people just like me be able to make $1 million in the digital space. That's what I want to be known for. And so guess what? I have 126 6-figure earners. I have in the United States. I have multiple 6-figure earners in Canada, and I have 26 self-made millionaires in South Africa, Iran. And I will be known as the millionaire maker in the digital space by following a proven strategy. So the moment you know what you want to be known for, it's easy to create content. Okay. Hey, thanks for following me, my friend. Again, just call me your hope dealer. I truly hope today you see a different perspective. These strategies I'm sharing with you can be applied to anything. Okay. So week 1, we're going to post 3 times a day, 3 stories a day. Okay. Now, because we know what we want to be known for, we know who we help, this is going to be easy. So for example, this is where a lot of people struggle because they're like, but I've not made money yet. Every single person that launches their own business have not made money yet. So you're most relatable when you share your journey. You got to share your journey. So for example, let me use I help moms never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. One of the stories that I would create to attract moms and get visibility would be, if you're a mom that has to take a calculator to the grocery store again, you should check out this blueprint, because this blueprint will help you never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. Check it out. If you have any questions, I would love to help you. That's it. See why it's so important to know what you stand for? Oh my gosh. Are you a mom? Like, I'm a mom of 6 kids, a grandma to 5, and I just launched my business in the digital space, and I am excited to learn digital marketing. Do you know anything about digital marketing? If you do, could you give me your best tips in the comments? You're getting attention. You're getting visibility. Just go be you. Whatever you sell, just go be you. That's all you got to do, right? We make it so hard. Like, that's it. Do you see how I created just attraction posts, visibility, but I'm also trying to kind of create a little bit of engagement? Does that make sense? Good morning, my friend. Does that make sense? Can you guys do this? Can you just go be you? Right? Anybody can do this, right? And so the next thing I would do, so post 3 times, and this would be, again, what you want to be known for, post. Okay. What you want to be known for. Okay. And you share it by example I just gave you. Another kind would be proof. So for example, this is why it's so important that you don't launch a business on your own. You need to be part of a community where there's already wins and there's already proof. So for example, if I want to be known for helping moms, I would go inside my community. I would go to the wins section and I would find moms that have made money. And I'd be like, are you a mom wanting to never take a calculator to the grocery store again? If you could have a day like this, look at this. Christine made $900 during nap time. If you could make that off of one customer, would that help you never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again? If the answer is yes, today I want to give you free access to the Freedom Formula Blueprint that literally walks you through the steps, how that is possible for moms. Just put blueprint in the comments and I'll give you the blueprint details. Can y'all do that? See how we make this business a little too hard? You get so reserved when you go to create content. Just go be you. You're already a consumer, and you want to become a profitable creator because that's how you attract customers, right? So that's an idea. Another great way to do it is your story. Why? Why are you sharing this? What are you most excited about? Why are you sharing this? And what are you most excited about? Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I love this. Yeah. And that's so important, right? So this is what you want to do. Your post, some of these could be a 7-second with a trending song, could be a 30-second, could be a 1 minute. That's it. But this is what you want to do. You just want to go, hey, I'm out here. Do you see me? You just want to get visibility, okay? If you do stories, here's something else I love about stories, because when I do stories, I can put my link in stories and people can click on the link. So every story I do, I will have my link at the very bottom. If anybody's curious, they're going to check on it. So your goal is 1 customer. Your goal is attraction, get visibility, be visible out there, but also get 1 customer. Now, the reason why you always need to have a goal, because you will show up with a different level of urgency when you have a goal. Now, here's the thing, and I want you guys, because this is what really is like fingernails on a chalkboard when a grown adult's like, well, I don't want to set a goal because what if I don't achieve that? Okay, if you have a child or a grandchild and they fall off the bike, what is the first piece of advice you would give them? Get back on the bike. You don't want them to be afraid. Get back on the bike or you're going to become afraid. But if you don't have goals to set, you'll never achieve a goal you never set. Hello. You'll never achieve a goal you'll never set. So set that, because soon it will happen if you don't quit. That's in anything in life, by the way. Right? So I've always set goals. And then so let's say you don't get your first customer in a week. Well, then guess what? Week 2, you're going for 2 customers. You're going to create that level of urgency just a little bit more. Okay? That's it. So screenshot this, because this is week 1. Okay. Got it? Did you guys get a screenshot? Okay. Now let's go to week 2. And by the way, at any time, I'm going to give you free access today to my Freedom Formula Blueprint. So if any time, just go right here and you're going to be able to get free access to the blueprint. Check it out. But I want you to check it out to learn more about the most brilliant business plan out there. I call this the easy button way to make money online. Check it out. You make 100% profit. You can master getting your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. I simplified how to make money, because my goal is to help you have more time to do the things that you love, not spend more time trying to make money, right? And it's called about helping you build that legacy, change that generational struggle, and create generational wealth. If you check it out, and if you have any questions, just email me. I would love to answer your questions. But here's the other thing. When you're checking it out, I want you to imagine you having a system out there like this working for you 24/7. So when I get off of here, I have a free webinar that I am going to be hosting. If you want more in depth, how to make 5K by the holidays, when you go here, I will also be sending you an email to access that free webinar that's actually starting in 40 minutes, okay? I'll give you access to that as well. If you can't attend live, that's okay. You'll get the replay. Then after that, I have to do a call with my community builders group. And then after that, I'm jumping on an airplane. But my freedom machine will always be working for me. If that's the life you want, where you make the decisions on your terms and you don't have a boss and you want 2026 to be your year, you need to check out the blueprint. Okay, so there you go. Week 1. Okay, this is where, or week 2. Sorry, week 2. This is so important, and this is one of the most missed steps. And it is going to be momentum and proof. M-O-M-E-N-T-U. Yeah, improve. This is why if you're trying to build a business on your own, it's going to be hard, because you got to borrow somebody's belief, right? Do you guys realize the average person to have success in any type of business, there's like a 2 to 3 year learning curve, right? But you can compress that learning curve if you have a community that of people already having success and massive success, because guess what? You can borrow their belief. You can use their proof. So it's really important, okay? So this is something that is so important this week. If you did not get a customer last week, okay, you need to increase probably the amount of posts that you do. So you're going to post 3, 2, 4 times. 3 stories. Okay. Go live at least once. If you followed my strategy that I gave you in week 1, you should have enough followers to go live. Okay? If you did it, you should have enough to go live. Okay? Your goal, 1 to 2 customers. Show up as that person that can attract 1 to 2 customers. So your content, share testimonials, stories, and wins. Okay? Now, this is where you're going to start bridging the gap. By the way, can I give you a big piece of a tip, a hot tip for you? You know why a lot of people never make money online? Because they're trying to be seen. They're just trying to post content for people to discover them. Flip that. People will buy from you when they feel seen by you. What's the difference? Have you guys ever seen a video and they were sharing a story and you're like, oh, gosh, I needed this today. Or like, wow, that is so good. Or like, holy crap, are you in my head right now? That's exactly how I feel. Have you guys ever had that happen to you before? See, I knew I had mastered my message when those were the type of emails I was getting, because I would share stories that were relatable to my perfect customer. So let me give you an example. If I was helping moms never take a calculator to the grocery store again, I wouldn't create content showing moms how to make 6 figures in 6 months, because they're like, 6 figures in 6 months? I'm taking a calculator to the grocery store again because I don't even know if I got $72. Not relatable. But the relatability is when I was like, how would you like to never take a calculator to the grocery store again? By following a simple to follow blueprint where you make 100% profit and a customer is worth $300. Now, I have a customer that you can get a customer worth $1,400, $900, but that's not as relatable or as digestible as the word I use for my perfect customer. So you have to make sure the stories would connect to her. Now, here's what I see a lot of people do wrong, okay? You guys are boring with your stories. You have to remember, we live in what I call a microwave society. People want quick results quickly. You got to get to the point. You got to get to the point, right? I mean, back when I was young, it would take 20 to 30 minutes to make popcorn on the stove. Now we get frustrated that it takes a minute and 24 seconds. We're like, oh my gosh, come on, popcorn, right? So you think about that for your content. So for example, when I thought about creating stories, I thought about like, I can relate to a mom. So I would be like, hey, I'm a mom of 6 kids and a grandma to 5. And back in 2022, I was stressed. I was overwhelmed. And I feel like a hamster on a hamster wheel. I just was trading time for dollars. And I looked at my bank account and I'm like, how did it get here? I thought I'd have way more time with my family and I've had way more money to make so much more income. And I was getting myself so confused. Okay, I'm going to pause there. Do you see how I was to the point? And I said things that would trigger. Okay, I want you to write that word down, trigger. Okay, trigger words. What that means is if a mom was stressed or overwhelmed, those would trigger her. She would want to listen to me longer. She would want to watch my video more. And if I said, I was disappointed the way my bank account looks, if she felt the same way, that's relatable. She would listen longer. Please let me know, does that make sense? So you got to find those. The only way you find those if you know who you're helping. So here's where people mess up in their story. I'm a mom of 6 kids. My oldest is 32 2. I have a 31-year-old. I have a 28-year-old. I have a 24-year-old. I have a 21-year-old, and I have a 20. Boring. You've lost them. I call that, you got to take the so what's out. You got to trim the fat. You got to get to the point. It's not about you going in detail. They don't give a crap how many kids you have. They give a crap about them never have to take a calculator to the grocery store again. You saying you're a mom is relatable. It's not the ages that they care about. And when I'm like, I'm a mom of 6 and a grandma to 5, the immediate like, holy crap. If a mom of 6 can do this, so can I. I only got 2 kids. Or I'm a grandma too. What? Yeah. And I look at my bank account and I don't like the fact that I can't spend more time with my family. What is she talking about? Those are trigger words. You got to remove that blah, 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 blah. Like it's like people fall asleep. That's why they don't watch your videos. That's why your videos are not getting past 100 views or 200 views. Okay. You got to remove that. So for example, and I'm not like, I'm a mom of 6. I'm a grandma to 5. I live in Kansas. Who cares? You got to remove the so what's. There's no relatability to where you live unless you're trying to attract people in your state or in your country. Other than that, that's a so what. Okay? Okay? That's a so what. So we must tell our struggles and stories. I never said that. I never said you share your struggles and stories. I said you share something that's relatable. Like, for example, I was stressed and overwhelmed. That's just a relatable part. Like, I could go into detail, but it's not the details. It's the relatability that matter, right? So figure out the stress words. I didn't share the struggle why I was stressed. I didn't share the struggle why I was overwhelmed. I just shared trigger words that they would be like, that's me. That's your goal in your content. Does that make sense, my friend? That's your goal, to make them say, that's me. Not going into in depth about the struggle, because if they have a struggle, that's the relatability. Now, if you share what your struggle is, that might disconnect them. So for example, let's say your struggle is you have a full-time job, your boss is toxic, you barely can pay your bills. Your kids don't even hardly know you. And you just completely keep on doing that cycle over and over again. That's your story. Okay. But what if I'm out here sharing, hey, I've always tried to find a way to make an income online. I've never had to put my kids in daycare. They're all of a sudden just disconnected from me because their story is they work a full-time job, so they think I can't relate to them. So take that. That's what I call a so what out. Like, it's just like, I was stressed, I was overwhelmed. Because if that mom is stressed or overwhelmed, she goes, that's me. Does that make sense? Like, this is so important to understand, because the reason why sometimes y'all are creating 3 to 4 minute videos is because you're blah, blah, blah. You're like, look at me. No. It's not about looking at you. It's about what are the trigger words to get somebody to be like, I felt the same way. Is that making sense to you guys? Let me know. Because this is so important for you guys to understand when it comes to storytelling. Yes. Okay. It's so important to understand. Just a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. It's so okay. Yeah, and you guys, I've got this replayed on the on YouTube, so you guys can go back to YouTube and watch it. Okay? Yeah, at any time. So TikTok, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can go over to YouTube and watch the replay at any time. Is this helping you guys? Yes, it's making sense. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's keep on going. So that's what you want to do. This is your goal in week 2, okay? And you're just going to master this so you can share testimonials. That's why it's so important to be part of a community. And wins. Wins can be of everything. It's not just, some people focus on money wins. It's more than just money wins. It's taking action wins, okay? So this is what you want to do. Let's go to week. Screenshot. I about forgot to tell you to screenshot. Awesome. Okay. Ready? So let's go to week 4. Now this is where, or week 3, sorry, week 3. Okay, we got to pull in emotion, which is connection. Okay, you got to pull in emotion, which is connection. You need to connect with people. Connection equals currency. If you don't know how to connect, nobody's ever going to follow you and nobody's ever going to buy from you. Think of you in your life. Did you date someone because you didn't connect? Or did you date someone because you connected with them? Did you get married because you guys weren't connected? Or did you get married because you were connected? Did you become good friends with somebody because of this amazing connection you had? Or did you become good friends with them because there was zero connection? Think about it. It's in everything in your life. So you know how to connect. If you've ever had a friend before, if you've ever had a significant other before, you know how to connect. You just need to learn to do that in content creation because connection equals currency. So you need to do 3 to 4 posts daily. Okay, this is daily. 3 stories. Okay. What I love about stories is I can create a story on TikTok, I can share it to Instagram, and Instagram shares it to Facebook. So something that takes me 30 seconds can get on all 3 platforms. And then when I have it share it to Instagram, I go add my link, and I add my link so that link is always in there, okay? Now this is the one, and go live 1 to 3 times. Goal 1 to 2 customers. Okay, 1 to 2 customers. That's your goal. So some of you, by week 3, you might have already got your 5K that you've made because you've actually applied this. Okay? You actually applied this. So this is where we're going to add urgency. Okay, your posts are going to be urgency. Okay, your posts are going to be emotional stories. Okay. So let me give you an example. Again, who are you? Who do you help? Who do you stand for? If you're not getting a following, it's because you do not know those 3 things and people don't know those 3 things about you. That's how you grow a following. That's how you grow a 6-figure business. It's that simple. People overthink it and don't do it, which is bizarre to me. Because guess why Michael Jordan is part of Nike? Because Nike loves to sell. Who are they? They sell basketball shoes. They love to sell to basketball players. What do they want to be known for? Right? That's why they pulled in Michael Jordan. There's no matter what industry, they know those 3 things. You should too. Okay. You're wasting time creating content if you can't answer those 3 things. The moment you answer those 3 things, every single thing changes. So let me give an emotional story. So are you a mom that never has to take a calculator to the grocery store again, and all of a sudden you're like, it's the holidays. And as a mom, I literally thought I would have the best and the coolest holidays with my family. I can make these cool memories, but here I am. I'm broke. So I'm going to have to max my credit cards out, or I'm going to have to not pay this bill so I can just give a little bit to my kids for the holidays. And I'm like, how did I get here? I'm not this dumb. I'm not uneducated. How did I get here? Have you ever felt like that? What if it's not you, but what if it's a system you're following? How I pulled in the emotion. So in this video, I'm going to give you 2 steps that you can take so you can have that extra income by the holidays. So no more mom guilt. How to be that yes mom over the holidays. That's what I mean by emotional stories. And because you're wanting to help people make that extra cash over the holidays, guess what? You talk about that. You be that purple cow. You go out there and do it. True story, you're talking to me. See? There you go. So basically you're my perfect customer, right? You're my perfect customer. That's what you want to hear. Like, that's what you want to hear, my friend. And that's those relatable stories. So why that's easy for me to say is I've been there, right? I've been there. But again, I'm saying that because that's what I want to be known for, helping moms never take a calculator to the grocery store again. But I needed to pull in that season because I can tell you what, if a mom has to take a calculator to the grocery store again, she struggles over the holidays as well. Money just doesn't magically appear over the holidays. So you got to pull in emotion. It's so important. Okay, so let's go to week 4. Again, you're setting this goal, and no matter what you achieve or don't achieve, you're getting on the bike. Because if you never get back on the bike, fear will creep in. And then you'll have to live with that regret the rest of your life. What if I would have showed up consistently every day for 3 years? Would I have made 6 figures in the digital space? What if? Who wants to live with that? Who? You'll never leave a legacy with fear. Fear more being in the same place in 6 months. Fear more being in the same place in 6 months. Okay, week 4 is conversions. Urgency. Okay, 3, 2, 4 pieces of content. 3, 2, 4 stories. If I had not got any customers doing this, I would go live daily because your message is not landing. So here's the thing. If you go live daily and if you ask questions, guess what will happen? You'll know what they need to hear. Just go live. Share who you are, who you help, what you want to be known for, why you're here, why you're sharing this, why you chose this as your vehicle, why you're marketing this, what the benefits it can do for people. And then you just ask people questions. There's no connection. The reason why you're not making no money is there's no connection being made. There's not enough awareness and there's no connection. This is in every industry. No matter what industry you're in right now, I can help you with just following this. So go live, 1, 2, 7 times. I don't care if it's 30 minutes a day. And you guys realize something, this is so cool. Mostly if you're on TikTok, okay? Well, YouTube too, but you guys realize like TikTok, do you guys realize when you get done going live, if you go to your studio, they give you short videos to use from your live. Plus you can download your live and you can make short content out of it. So you could go live and then you could use that to be some of your posts, could be some of your stories. They tell you what piece was the most engaging. You could use that content. I do all the time. So it's not like you're just going live just to go live. You're going live, then you actually have content that you can use. But your goal, when I used to go live, I used to ask people all the time, put a 1 in the comments if you have an online business, put a 2 if you don't. Now let me know what is stopping you right now from making 6 figures online. Aw, thanks for following me, my friend. Just call me your hope dealer. I hope today you see a different perspective. I truly do. There's not one of you on here, if it's TikTok, if it's YouTube, there's not one of you on here that couldn't create a 6-figure digital business in 2026. It's just, are you willing to get the coaching? Are you willing to get the mentorship to be able to achieve that? If you've never made 6 figures online before, don't listen to somebody that's not made 6 figures, because why? They can't. If they've not made 6 figures, how can they teach you how to make 6 figures? 1, but also, if you think you can do it on your own, what? Like, I've never understood that. So for example, I want to master trading in 2026. That's my goal. Like, I want to make millions in trading. Like, I want to. Like, it's something I've always been afraid of. And so I dabbled in trading this year and just kind of spent some time, made some really good money in trading, lost some money in trading, but I haven't really lost it yet because it will go back up. I know. My whole point is I was literally on Sunday morning, I was listening to this training because I listen to something every day. I prime my mind for success. How many of you listen to 30 minutes to an hour of something that will move you to the next level in your life? How many of you do that? Put me in the comments. Or how many of you listen to the news or you scroll on social media? See the difference? I listen. So anyway, I literally heard this, and it was this gentleman that knew, he answered every single one of my questions about stocks. $5,000, I bought his program. I implemented 2 things he shared, and I've already made money. I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to have my 5,000 back in 10 days because I implemented it. But I would have stayed struggling if I wouldn't have got a coach. I can tell you a lot of you are not making money because you don't have a coach, or you got a coach, but you're not implementing what the coach is teaching you. Or you're being coached by somebody that is not already making 6 figures. And I'm not meaning like, oh, I just hit 6 figures. I mean, I'm somebody that is making a high 6 figures, or like me, I'm so close to 8 figures, right? And I've only been doing this for a little over 3 years. Success leaves clues. So there is not one successful person on this planet that doesn't have coaching and mentorship. There's not one. Like, look at professional football players. They're professional football players, and they have more coaches than they did when they were in college, and more coaches than they did in high school. But they know how to play football. Why do they need coaching? Strategic plans and accountability. You guys need that. If you truly want to make money in 2026, you need accountability. You need coaching. You just do. Who wants to be in the same place in 6 months? Not me. Not me. Every time I get a coach, I grow. I grow. Like, I grow. Like this morning, man, they're messaging me like, go buy this right now. Boom, I went and bought it. I'm like, I love this. So I got somebody like just telling me, and he's made millions and millions and millions and millions in stocks. Like, so of course I'm going to invest. And I can't believe how cheap it was. I'm like, $5,000. I'm going to make that this year. Like, that was the cheapest investment. See, that's the difference. That's my mindset. When you invest in something, you look at it as an investment so you can learn skills. Like my number one selling program, I have 2 top programs, but my number one selling program is $900. If you learn the skills inside my program just to make $900 a day, that's $328,000 a year. In 3 years, you're a self-made millionaire. In October, we launched my bundle pack, which unlocks my entire system in another language. So it unlocks not only a global business in English, but also a global business in Spanish as well. It's only $1,400. If you learn the skills, the strategies, plug into my mentorship, and you just get 1 customer a day, that's $511,000 a year. For a $1,400 investment, you can make $511,000 a year if you learn the skills. Wild. People will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars going to college and graduate from college making $50,000 or $60,000. I can give you the complete strategy to attract 1 customer a day. Like, I love the affordability because I'm a mom. I love helping everyday moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents be able to launch into the digital world, a simplified way to launch into the digital world. Now, why I just did all that with you is that was conversion content. I just did that with you. I created urgency, and I created conversions like why you need to take action now. Why you need to take action now. How many of you are afraid to be bold like that in your content? Just be honest, because it's okay. Because I used to be too. But do you see the difference? I led you to the next step. I give you the vision of what is possible. Right? That's conversion. That's urgency. I showed people, like, if you learn to attract 1 customer a day, that's $511,000 a year. In 2 years, you're a self-made millionaire in the digital space. In 2022, I didn't even know digital marketing. I was struggling in network marketing, but I had the courage to try something new. Because I had the courage to try something new, I unlocked another oh my gosh, piece of knowledge I didn't even know I could understand and master. Ended up making 6 figures in 6 months, my first million in 17 months. And now I make a very high 6 figures a month and I have my life back. Who wouldn't want to learn those skills? I'm sharing conversion content with you, by the way, right now. Right? That's what you need to master. That's why being part of a community is so important, because you've got to borrow the belief of other people, right? So this, you're going to do this. And another type is you're going to share proof again. You're going to share other people's success. You're going to give the countdown, like, you guys, you still have time to make money. Here's something else that I do every single week, by the way, and I forgot to put it in here, is we have weekly webinars. If you are doing this, no matter what business you're doing, and you need to have weekly webinars, because what I do is my audience on social media, my email list gets invited to my weekly webinars that get to see the bigger picture. Most of my 6-figure earners were created using my webinar strategy, because it just allows people to see the bigger picture and get more information so they can make an informed decision. So make sure that you are adding webinars. And again, that is why it is so important to have coaching, right? Because my community doesn't have to do a webinar on their own. They get to use my webinar strategy to build their business. Hey guys, thanks for following me. Just call me your hope dealer. I truly hope today you see a different perspective. Well, if you're inside my community, you'll see the webinars in the calendar. If you're not inside my community, then you want to go to dailypaybusiness.com, and you'll be getting an email here within the next 4 minutes that reminds you of the webinar that's literally starting in 11 minutes. And then I will email out the replay as well. So if you can't get on live, then you also get the replay. Yeah, today is the webinar. Yes. And then we do them every week. Yeah. Oh, I love that. He goes, I've been putting off this offer for 3 weeks, but buying today. $1,400 is a small price to pay for my future. Oh my goodness. You nailed that one. So true. Like, I love your mindset. Because of that type of mindset, you will be successful. Like, zero doubt in my mind that you will be successful. And, it depends on where you live in the world. There's payment plans. And I love that, because one customer, your business is in profit mode. Then you could take these skills and apply them to anything. Yeah. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I do got to balance, because like I said, I got to get on that free webinar that is coming up. And actually, if you're hanging out with me on YouTube, I will be live streaming it on YouTube as well. So in about 11 minutes, I'll be jumping back on live streaming it on webinar, as long as it connects. Sometimes Zoom. Oh yeah, I'll lay a screenshot. Thanks. Thanks for the reminders. But yeah, I'll be live streaming it on YouTube as well. Yeah. The webinar starts in 11 minutes. Yeah. So the webinar starts. That's why I got to bounce off of here a little early. But okay, so here's the deal real quick before we get off of here. Okay, I covered this, and I know I've gone through it super fast, again, because of my time. So what kind of clarity do you guys need me to bring to you tomorrow? Okay, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to write it down, and that's what we're going to cover tomorrow. Based off of these 4-week strategy plans, what do you need more information on that I can help you so you can implement this? Yeah. Do we watch the webinar, or can we interact? Yeah, it's just you watch the webinar. Yeah, let me know. Yes, in 10 minutes. That's right, my friend. Yeah. Okay, so you want more detail on going live? Okay, let me write this down. Let me get because I don't want to forget. Okay, so if you're inside my Legacy Builders program, that is the training topic on Monday, how to create a story. I'm even going to give you a fill in the blank PDF that we're going to cover. So you guys, I do live coaching every single Monday with you. every single Monday you get me, and I do I put you in what's called a breakout room. So I spend about 30 to 40 minutes and I do some training with you with action steps. And then I put you in a breakout room with like 6 other entrepreneurs just like you, people that have the same type of thinking as you, and you guys get to strategize that. And you get to implement it. And the breakthroughs that happen in the breakout rooms are absolutely amazing. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But I would love to cover it with you in more detail. Okay, so lives. What was the other thing? I missed it. Details on storytelling. Yeah, I'll be going live again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I go live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, here on YouTube and on TikTok. Okay. Conversational content ideas. Okay, like how to create more conversations in your content, my friend. Is that what you mean? Okay. Good. Awesome. You guys have been fantastic. I do need to bounce because I do want to get ready for the webinar and I got to get everything set up on Zoom. So TikTok, you've been amazing today. YouTube, I will be back on. I will live stream it again here in about 8 minutes. So if you, what to say to your customers to close sales, use your automated system. I've built a multi-million-dollar business and I've never heard the word no. I use my automated system, my friend. That does all the work for you, okay? Right here. Let me find it. This, my automated does all the work. This does every single thing for me. This answers 99% of my customers' questions. If they have questions at 1%, they email me and I answer their questions. And if you're brand new and you have somebody email you, all you got to do is copy and paste your question inside our community and be like, help, I'm brand new. I just got this question. How would you answer this? And probably 10 to 15 people are going to provide an answer for you. That's the power of community. That's something I'm so proud of. So proud of. We have like 57,700 people inside our community, heart-centered people that love to serve you and help everyone be successful. I love that. Okay, so I will be back tomorrow and we will literally talk about that tomorrow and cover that with you. And then you guys can let me know tomorrow. Okay, so and tomorrow I have a little bit more time I can spend with you because my next training isn't until 1 p.m. tomorrow. So I don't have to rush tomorrow like I had to these last 2 days. So YouTube, you've been awesome. I will see you here shortly if you want to join my live stream for the free webinar. Okay, see you guys shortly. TikTok as always.